Esta noche en Cocinando con Swayze, un especial por el Día del Pavo, preparando un pernil. Sponsored by Jabón Maja. Limpia ese culo, por favor. Y ahora, Swayze! Oh, shit, thank you. Welcome to the crib. So, we're gonna prepare a pernil for Thanksgiving because we don't do pavo. We do pernils. So the first thing you want to do is get your drink. Porque eso es lo más importante. Okay. So what I did off camera, right, before we did this was you gotta wash the fucking pernil. And the only way you really want to do that is you just want to wet it, damp it, and then you get some paper towels or ghetto brown paper bag, pat it dry. All right. I already did that shit because I don't even want to do this. So we're gonna flip it. Come here, come closer. Look at that. You see this right here? You see how the blood is coming out of there? We gotta get that shit out. Otherwise, it's gonna make the jugo like real thick, and we don't want that. So you're gonna get your tijera. And we're gonna cut the fat, and we're gonna get that, whatever this shit is, like an artery or some shit, I don't know. And we're gonna cut that bad boy right out. But don't be ghetto like me and make sure your tijera are sharp. So you see that? You wanna cut this right out. Thank you, thank you. Put your panty back on. I'm not accepting anything. I'm married, bendito. So you see, you want to cut that right out. You see, it goes deep too, so you want to make sure you get in there. Okay, good. Put that to the side. Now that artery is gone. Then, if you think you're gonna learn how to make a pernil with like having specifics, like put 3/4 and 2 spoons, you're in the wrong fucking place. Just watch, because I don't even know what I'm doing as far as high measurements. So look, what we need is olive oil, right? We're gonna pour some of this shit right in here like this. I do everything for show and for taste. So we get that going in there, right? Wipe that down. Then we're gonna get some salt, right? We're gonna pour that bad boy in there. Make a nice little mountain there. You see that? That's exactly what it is. Forget 2 spoons, 3 spoons, it's a little montaña. Then we're gonna get some pepper. Not too much, just a little bit, because forget it. Then we're gonna get some oregano, right? We're gonna put that in there. And there's a cuco in the kitchen over here. No, don't catch them on film because they're not important, it's about me. Then we're gonna go in the nevera and we're gonna get some garlic. You watching this? Watch this. Right? We're gonna get some garlic. Don't ask me how much this is. I just know how good it tastes when I'm done. Okay, then we're gonna take that, we're gonna mix it up till it's almost like a paste. Not a paste, a paste. You see? Look at that. Okay, like that. Get that all going. It's like a nice little paste. Okay, now check it out. Now that we got rid of that fucking, whatever we wanna call that artery, right? We don't have to worry about the blood seeping into the thing. Then we want to get our knife. This is the secret to getting your freaking, what do you call this shit, bro?
El cuero.
El cuero, see? That's when you need real Puerto Ricans to tell you, because you want to peel it at the skin, right? You want to get that? Try not to get the meat in there. You want to peel that right below the fat, right? My studio audience, they suck.
She said, he stopped, she said, his face? Okay.
And my camera woman, who's my 12-year-old daughter,
Camera person.
really thinks it's important to get the pernil more than it is to, the pernil more important than it is to get me. Hold on now.
I agree.
Shut up. Another thing that's real important when you're cooking in a Boricua kitchen,
Sharp knives.
forget the sharp knife. Keep your wife and her fucking homegirl out of here. So we want to try to keep the meat off of it, right? Sometimes that's hard depending on how this goddamn skin is. Excuse my language.
Why you said?
Yeah, but I didn't use the Lord's name until now.
True that.
You know what I'm saying, Dave? So we want to peel this back as far back as we can, ¿verdad? See? Here we go. Look, keep going. As far back as we can. Make this thing naked.
Naked.
See what I said about my wife? Keep these people out of your fucking cocina, bro. Get that as far back as you can. We'll get back to the skin after. All right, that's about as far back as we're gonna go on that bad boy. Now you have have to prep. You want to make huercos in the pernil. So you want to stab that bitch, right? Just be careful. Oh, here's another thing. You fucking callejeros.
Oh my God.
Don't be doing your pernil inside one of those things until it's done and cut and ready, because you pendejos be in there stabbing like this, and then all of a sudden your whole house is on fire. You're like, what's all the smoke coming from? Stupid, you stab your tray. So do it out here first. See what I mean? Make nice big huecos así. Right? You even want to get in there. Then you want to flip the bad boy over. Okay? Get down here. Nice big ones. Give it a little twist while you do it. You know what I'm saying? A little twist, like that. Honey, let me get a sip of the drink. Come on.
He said, honey.
That's very important. That's what she's good for, my assistant. Okay, so now it's all stabbed up, right? Now we don't have to do no more shit with a knife. So let's get the baking tray over. Okay, I see. Start from the bottom up, because you're gonna have to flip this bad boy. So the bottom, right? Espérate. Now, si tú estás gente rica, you got one of those brushes and shit. We don't got that. You stir this bad boy up some more, okay? Check that with the spoon and start pressing that in there. You see what I'm saying? Nice. The olive oil is gonna drip down. All of this good stuff right there. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. And the reason why, obviously, I tell you is on the bottom first, because then you want to flip it, and you don't want to have to flip it again once you're up with the top. So that's good for that. Now we're going to take the top. We're going to go like this. We're going to flip it. Okay. Keep the skin out of the way. You don't really want that to have that juice and that oil on it until it just covers, right? Take that. Put the remainder up here. Let it sit in there, seep. Si tiene guante, you could, go in there. I'm not going in there. This is gonna sit overnight. So I'm saying, let that drizzle get down there. You know what I mean? Smell it. It smells good. Si huele a peo, tiró en basura because then it went bad.
It smells good.
It's delicious, bro. And what people neglect to do, right? Check it out. You go back here in the tail. Don't forget the tail, man.
That's right.
Don't forget the tail. You're gonna eat that shit too. So make sure you get some seasoning in there. Let that sit in there. Okay? Okay. So now, I'm gonna let that sit in here. Boom. That's done. That's gonna sit. Now check this out. This is the secret trick. Not so much of a secret for the skin. Give me 1 second here. Not regular salt. If you got kosher or sea salt, right? Pull up your skin. Give it a little sprinkle of sea salt or kosher salt on the skin. Then you take that bad boy, flip it right over. It's like pulling panty on a gordita. And you let that sit. Then what we're gonna do, we're gonna cover this up overnight with saran wrap, not aluminum foil. The aluminum foil is gonna draw water. It's gonna make it moist. So you want saran wrap, plastic wrap, cling wrap, keeps it nice. We're gonna put it in the refrigerator overnight. 45 minutes to an hour before we want to cook it, we're gonna pull it out the fridge, remove the saran wrap, let it sit, try to let it get to room temperature. We're gonna preheat the oven at 365. What you wanna do is you wanna cook a half an hour for every pound of pernil that you have. So, and here's the other trick for a good skin. First half an hour that you put it in there, don't cover it. Oíste, don't cover it for the first half hour. When that half hour's up, you come back, you cover with aluminum foil nice and tight. Don't keep opening up the goddamn oven to check it and baste it. Just go back in there once and, just double check, baste, move around if you gotta do that. An hour before it's done, remove the cover, let it sit uncovered. That's how you're gonna get a cuero that's like pork rinds from the hood. Feel me? So the first half hour, 365 for the first half hour, uncovered. The last hour, uncovered. You cover in between. All right, we're not doing this shit tonight because it's gonna season. I'll cook it tomorrow. Maybe if I'm up to it, I'll do a video on me cooking and pulling it out and showing everything. By the time you pull this bad boy out, you're gonna let it sit for like 5-10 minutes. Don't just start attacking the pork pernil right away. Let it sit for like 5-10 minutes out here on top of the stove, wherever you want. You should be able to pull this off like a shell. If the huero is not as hard as you want it to be, it's still maybe a little soft spot here, soft spot there. Cheat. Take the cuero off, put it on another sheet, baking sheet, throw it back in the oven, broil it for 5 minutes, it'll come out great. Typically, it should come out just fine initially. Then you want to spread this up, take the bone, put it on the side, give it to your dog, whatever you want, I don't know. And that's the solo pernil. It's gonna be delicious. Happy Dia del Pavo, you pain in the asses. I'll see you next time. Peace.